It was a great start to the recording.
We are live
Hello.
with the House Divided podcast. I'm Dan. That's Brandon. Fuck that dude.
Calvin, the Bears.
Yeah. I mean, I guess let's talk about this fucking shit ass week fucking 4 bullshit.
So just to reiterate, Dan is a Vikings fan. Enders is a Packers fan with the sweater Avi Bears. Anyways, yes. Bad week 4 for you.
As you can see by the bottom left of my camera, there's a championship belt there. Just being cut off ever so slightly. There we go. Calvin is the current champ of the division.
Mine soon. It'll be mine soon.
It will be Brandon's shortly. Probably never be mine, unfortunately.
You'll catch up.
You don't know what you're talking about.
I actually, you guys are pretty far behind at this point.
We're a game back, Brandon. Suck my ball.
See, you changed your opinion though. The minute I swung with you.
This episode is brought to you by Candles. Let's get lit. Thank you.
We've a wide selection here.
That was improv.
We've a wide selection here, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, if you're watching live on Twitch, hit the follow button. If you're not watching live on Twitch, go to Twitch, follow the House Divided podcast. Or Twitch? Nope, just the House Divided. I freaking forgot. Follow us on that. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, the House Divided podcast, go subscribe there.
All one
If
word.
you're not following us on Podbean, go there. If you're not following us on iTunes, go there. We will soon be on Spotify. I just don't have the time to put it up currently. But we'll be up there.
We got to like the limit or whatever.
I think we only needed 5 and we're on 7 currently. So yeah. I think that's it. Week
all right, we're good. Pack it up.
And we'll see you next week, everyone.
Bring in the dancing robot.
Alright, one second, I just gotta organize some stuff here. There we go. Oh, man, I'm a genius. I'm like Kanye West. Okay. Week 4. Let's just get it over with. First game of the week last week. Vikings at Rams.
Hard fought game. Hard fought game.
It was a good game.
Goddamn mouth. We let 5,000 yards happen.
It was a massive amount of yards.
Hey, I have a great idea. Let's have our linebacker cover Brandon Cooks or Robert Woods. Or how about Cooper Kupp? Or how about Todd Gurley? The fastest people on the field.
You guys don't have other people to cover with.
All right. Jared Goff looked like an MVP candidate that game.
Yeah, he did.
It was ridiculous. Kirk Cousins looked amazing.
Yeah, Kirk.
Then,
he stepped up in a big way. I was really
Yeah,
surprised
he
watching that.
He did that the week before, and the week before that, and the week before that.
But it was just the fact that it was the Rams defense, and he just kept stabbing back through
the
them.
Rams defense is not as good as what people are making
I
it
don't.
to be.
I don't think that they're amazing either. I think they are a little overhyped, but just that the fact that they're ranked fairly high.
Yeah, no, but the Vikings going into that game were ranked 4th in passing in the NFL. I'm pretty sure we jumped to 3rd after that. I'll have to check.
That's believable.
But I mean, yeah. So like we were doing what? Fifth in passing yards, 32nd in rushing.
32nd?
32nd.
Yeah, that was a big.
For those of you at home that aren't familiar with the NFL, there are only 32 teams. 20th in points for, 22nd in points against.
I was looking at that points for and points category today, and there's some misleading teams out there.
Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, the Chiefs don't look that good. They allowed 90 points a game, but they scored 92.
Right.
Yes.
It's kind of the Green Bay syndrome from like the last 10 years where it's just but Aaron Rodgers put up 40.
But back to the Vikings. I'm kind of over this season already. Like I feel like it's already over. I don't see our defense getting any better. I don't know what happened.
All the same people. They have
I
to
know,
get
it's
better,
No,
right?
I think people figured it out. I think people had.
Okay.
I mean, they have 5 years on Mike Zimmer's defense now. You know, and with the last 2-3 years it being a top 5, it's hard. It's hard.
Fair.
It's hard
That's a
to
fair
keep.
point.
It's hard to stay that good. The Seahawks didn't stay that good. The Ravens didn't stay that good. The 85 Bears, they got better in 86, but they didn't win the Super Bowl that year. No one talks about that. Just FYI. The 86 Bears defense was actually statistically significantly better than the 85 Bears defense.
I feel like this has been eating at your soul a little.
Yeah.
It's just something that comes up time to time.
But yeah, I mean, I think that was just it. I think people figured us out. Mike Zimmer needs to come with some new shit.
I was gonna say he probably hasn't had to change anything.
Yeah, I think.
know,
Well, and
yeah.
well, like if you think about it though, the second half against the Saints, we didn't play good. We played horrible. Okay, the whole game against the Eagles, we played bad. We did not play well against the 49ers. We did not play well against the Packers. We did not play well at all against the Bills, and we did not play well against the Rams. That defense has been torn apart 7 games in a row, and they like.
All right, that's fair.
So like this isn't off brand for them, unfortunately, as of late. So I don't see them getting better.
I mean, like, I'm happy to hear it, but I'm also sad. Like,
Yeah. Cincinnati at Atlanta.
What a
Cincy
shocker.
a barn burner.
winning by 1. Sup nerds? Hey, go fuck yourself. The Stone Towel. What a dumb name. Hi, Aaron. Yeah. Bengals won. Jesus.
That was crazy.
That was a crazy game.
Last week was a fun week for football.
Yeah, it was.
'Cause,
Yeah,
like, there were a lot
really
of high.
was.
Dude, that whole defense wins championship shit. So like, I'm not totally out on the Vikings because defense doesn't fucking matter anymore unless you're the
Apparently.
fucking Titans and the Jaguars, so you can win 9-6. But other than that, you need to score 30 points
Yeah.
every single game and hope to God you force a turnover. That's the recipe for success right there.
Yeah.
You need to force an occasional 1 3 and out,
Right.
maybe 2, and score every play or every drive. Yeah, I don't. Julio Jones went off $173.
I have a touchdown.
I don't.
He finally get a touchdown.
I don't know.
'Cause I know for a while there he hadn't had a touchdown. It might still be.
Let's take a look. See here.
That'd be kind of crazy, Julio. Because Calvin Ridley has like 6.
0 TDs, dude.
Just opened up windows for other people, apparently.
Did Julio just get paid though? Too? Did he just get paid?
I think he got paid like the year before, right? Because
No, I thought he wanted a contract, like a new deal this year, like this last offseason.
I don't know
I
what
thought
happened.
he got paid,
I'm not sure.
but I'd be pissed by it. Like currently, just because Calvin Ridley is doing what you actually need wide receivers to do. Fuck yards. Like you need points.
Plus, it's like somehow schemed that like, all right, Julio's gonna draw the triple in the red zone. Like we're giving it to Calvin, giving it to you.
Feed me the ball.
We're gonna go to the next game here. Tampa Bay at Chicago.
Oh my lord, let me take this one away. I was ecstatic that Trubisky came out and had a Patrick Mahomes-esque.
Hey, I'll even say you
Game.
called it.
Yeah,
You called it.
That's what made me the most upset. Is that out of all the things you've ever said about football, you were finally right.
Yeah, and honestly, it felt so good to be right. And me and my dad, it was one of the most giddy times with me and my dad.
I can just imagine it.
Just exactly, just high-fiving each other every single play because it was one of those things where it's like, it's just a handful of bad plays on offense, but it's like even when everything broke down, I think Trubisky had something nutty where it was like 3 rushes for like 56 yards or 60 yards.
Fun fact, I was going to bring that up. Not only did Mitchell Trubisky lead the game in passing, he also led it in rushing.
Yes. Yes.
And a running back led it in receiving.
Oh, another big
Yeah, Tariq, right?
I was going to say that was another big thing I was going to say. Cohen really came out this game too and had a hell of a game.
Did they? Was he just out
He
of the
was-
halfback, out of the backfield a
No,
lot, or was
dude,
it
they
did
had
they
him out of the
finally
slot?
they finally
They-
put him in the
dude,
slot?
and
I
he-
called
and
this.
he turned into a mini Randall Cobb. There was 2 big plays back to back.
What have
there
I
was-
said to you, Calvin?
There was one big play where they literally got like all the way down to like the 1 yard line or something like that, and then like they took like a penalty or a sack or something like that, and then like the very next play, Trubisky again to Cohen in the end zone for the touchdown, and I was like, oh, it's
No, as-
beautiful.
As much as it pains me to see, that's like I've been saying they should use him like that since like the first week he did good for you guys. It was like they should probably just throw him in slot at this point.
But yeah, it was just a great game, and Ryan Fitzpatrick or Jameis Winston or whatever, it mattered not. They both did terrible. They both turned the ball over. They both got mauled. That's what it is.
Okay. I gotta be that guy. I just was just curious. I had to go look at the Buccaneers stats. They're last in the NFL in points allowed, and they
Jeez.
were going into last week as well. But they're also number 1 in the league in passing. Okay, yes, they're ahead of the Chiefs. Okay,
What a
But-
mind fuck.
because they were putting
So they're a worse version of the Chiefs.
yes, they are the Chiefs but can't win, or they can win, I guess, just not anymore.
Not
because
anymore.
They are getting rid of Ryan Fitzpatrick, who that's stupid. Jameis Winston is not a good player. He's proved that 2 years in a row. Okay, but so the Chiefs drop banana numbers. They average 363 yards a game passing. That's pretty fucking good. Okay? Their opponents average the same. So when you play the Buccaneers, you know they're going to throw the ball like fucking crazy, and you know that you're also going to throw the ball like fucking crazy. The Buccaneers complete 70% of their passes. Their opponents complete 80. That's not good. So, congratulations, Bears. I would take that game. I would not let that get in my head if I'm the fucking Bears.
No, I'm not.
I would be like, okay, well, hey, how about we play a real team and do well?
I will say I thought it was going to be closer because, like you
I did
said,
too.
they have a really good pass attack, and you guys seemingly that would be like your guys' one like
No,
minor flaw on defense.
like
but like
Trubisky, 6
guys showed
touchdowns,
up.
Congrats.
mm,
The Bears' defense is what
yeah, they
that's been the most impressive thing this year
yeah.
for that team.
I just love how literally in the last 2 games the Chicago Bears defense has allowed 24 points. That's it.
Welcome to the Vikings all of last year
It is
and the year before
that
And
feeling
They
is so
suck.
phenomenal. Where it's like you can take away over half of everything that Trubisky did that game. We still win the game. And that's what I said too after that game. I was like, if Trubisky can play half that good in any given game,
Oh, I mean, well,
we're a playoff
Yeah.
team.
Oh, if Trubisky scores 3 touchdowns a game for
That's
you,
what I
you're-
said.
Yeah, it's
and,
Yeah.
and that's literally what I
For
said.
sure.
3
But see,
touchdowns a
yeah.
game. That's all we need, and we're golden.
just his track record is 1 touchdown a game.
right.
Because I think was that the first game or the second game that he's had a 2 touchdown game?
I think
I
it's
think it was like the second game.
Could-
I think it's got
Did-
if at the
because
most
I
like
think
third.
I think he had one against the Packers.
They pointed
I
that
don't-
out last season.
I don't think so though, because I think he had
This
like
year.
a rushing touch. Oh, this year I'm not sure. I don't
No, yeah,
remember.
because last year he didn't have any multi-touchdown games,
Okay.
and then he just went and got 6. Like,
No, and that's what was nuts because they said some fact last year where they're like, last year in his first 8 starts he had 7 touchdown passes or whatever, and now it's like,
he has
Now
11,
he
I
has-
think, or something.
well, that's what's crazy is now he just got 6 in one single game.
Yeah, let's-
Basically, what you got
I'm
in the
actually
span
curious on- I'm
of
actually
Yeah, right.
curious on how
so
many
many
touchdowns
starts.
he has 8 touchdowns.
Wow,
He had only gotten 1 versus
I was
the
gonna
Pack.
say yeah.
I think he might have gotten a rushing touchdown.
I was gonna
but
say yeah. There's
eight
been a lot of
touchdowns,
Yeah.
3 picks. He's at 71% completion,
okay,
not bad.
above
8
70.
yard average.
Okay.
110 rating.
That's
in,
not
in wins. In the loss, he 77. Or he
Still-
was at a 77 rating.
decent numbers,
So against the Packers, he had no touchdown.
right?
Really?
Yeah. At least no passing touchdown. So the
Thinking
Packers.
about that game, like really?
Yeah, right?
So
I don't even know. I don't even remember.
I mean,
now.
I think it was. I think it was.
It
just
had to have just been
Howard,
rushing.
Howard,
And well, I know
Howard.
one was the 6.
Yep.
Fumble 6.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, I think we'll just have to see if when the Bears play like someone like, I guess, because I don't think any of us were fully bought in to the Buccaneers because we all had them last on our power ranking list preseason. So,
It's very true. No, I had the Dolphins last.
True.
Remember? Just
next game, Detroit at Dallas. Detroit should have won.
right.
Detroit should have won that. Like Dallas got away with one there. Detroit's way better than 1-3. Zeke's the beast.
I didn't
Golden
realize.
Tate's real good.
I didn't realize he was like leading rushing until I saw like the quarter stats today, and I was
Dude,
Still
Golden
putting it
Tate
up.
$132 receiving. I still will forever think he's a cereal.
yeah.
Yeah, next game, Buffalo at Green Bay. Jesus Christ. Bills,
Wow.
what the flying fuck?
Yeah.
I really liked their defensive performance, Tom.
I like no seriously, like really good step up for them. I mean, a shutout.
Yeah, we
A
haven't.
shutout.
You
Hey,
guys haven't
guess,
done that in a
guess,
while.
guess when's the
Shutout.
last time? You could take a wild guess.
1944.
No, it's not that. Not
No,
that
it
crazy.
was the
Okay.
Bears 10 years ago or something.
2010. So the last
And
time we
was
had a
it the
good.
Bears?
Last time we had a good defense. I don't know if it was versus the Bears.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know.
Think
I got
so.
I was getting excited.
Screw
I thought
you.
you were
Let me.
gonna-
I'll look it up. I'll look it up
Something
real
in my head
quick.
is saying something like the Titans or the Browns. Or something
I could see it.
2010. If I'm right on the Titans or the
Bears.
Browns, I got to get some sort of consolation prize because that'd be a pretty good call.
You're just pulling out bad teams from 2010.
Exactly. Two notorious bad teams. So I'm like, I'm just going shot in the dark.
Jets.
Got it. Dude, you
They were
I
like
actually,
Silence.
I actually remember
you
that
guys
game.
shut up the Sanchez? Crazy.
Yeah, it was Sanchez. We just had 3 field goals that whole game.
Philly at Tennessee.
That was,
Tennessee
that
won
was a
in
pretty-
overtime.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty crazy game with that new wide receiver that they not new. I think he was a
Corey
rookie
Davis?
last year. Yeah, he
Buck
looks really
61.
good.
Don't get it, Titans fans, and Giant fan, Cowboy fan, Redskins fan. Don't get it twisted. The Eagles are better than you. That's my piece. They are better than you.
No, yeah, right. And with Wentz back too,
They're
especially.
better than you. And Alshon Jeffrey, that was his first game back, just in time for them to play the fucking Vikings this week. Houston at Indianapolis. Another overtime game. Houston pulling it out, 37-34.
Good for Houston. They
Hey,
they needed a win.
Welcome back, J.J. Watt. I'm pretty sure he had 3 sacks that game.
Yeah, like I have
Good
that.
for him.
I have that interesting tidbit pulled up for later about JJ.
Yeah. Bro, Andrew Luck, 464. Jeez.
Really? Was he? I didn't watch the highlights for that game. Was he finally airing it out?
I haven't watched them.
I didn't watch. Did you happen to watch the highlights for that game at all?
All of our work schedules changed significantly
yeah,
this
right.
week, so
we all got
we
rammed.
literally
this
all
week.
got home at 9:15, 45 minutes before the podcast starts. Not a lot of time. Miami at New England. Jesus.
They are.
What we
Were.
thought they were.
Thank you. I love you both.
Which, by the way, that's an interesting point I wanted to bring up too, as far as the Bears come back off of the bye and they have to play the Dolphins. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, right. That's a nice little.
I want to see how that goes.
Yeah.
Where is it? Question.
It is.
We'll find out soon.
At Dolphins. Sorry.
It makes it a little more interesting, but
Ryan Tannehill's
With
gonna
the-
be pissed.
yeah, and the heat
Gonna
down
be
there.
pissed.
Although it probably won't be very hot. So
I mean, it was fucking 80 degrees here today, so
True.
they're used to it.
Global warming. Let's
yeah,
go.
honestly, it's October, whatever, 2nd or whatever it is.
Third,
80
yeah.
degrees.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Mm.
had to turn the air conditioning on so we
That's
didn't
got to be a
fucking
record.
die.
for
It was
October.
sticky outside.
It's gotta be-
It was
that literally has
it
to
was
be a record.
miserable. We're look, it's been 40 for like 2 weeks, and we're just like, it was 80, man. It was fucking
Fuck
miserable.
that.
Yeah, sorry, Miami. Yeah, I'm sorry. New York
Welcome
at
back, Tom Brady.
Jacksonville. Hello, Jacksonville's offense.
Yeah,
Jesus
Blake
fuck.
Bortles.
Four Bills.
So I watched a little interesting video. I think it was tonight of
Day Westbrook. Apparently he had a $130
oh,
receiving.
yeah,
Good for
yeah,
him.
with the Jaguars, right? I think he was a rookie last year. Was it?
Okay.
No, but Blake, they must have ran it in, and Blake, they had him mic'd up, and two Jets defensive linemen were complaining to the ref, and Blake just goes, "He crossed the line. Know the rules. Shut up."
I've heard
he took a couple steps up for me there.
I've heard from a lot of different people that Blake Bortles talks hella shit.
I like,
and it doesn't make any sense because he's horrible.
Yeah, because he's
Exactly.
not a good
Like,
quarterback.
I would take Trubisky talking shit over Blake Bortles, and Trubisky's not great. But he's significantly better than Blake Bortles.
Just with my bad, Trubisky.
He's not cool enough to wear a hat backwards. You're right.
there you go. Now
Where
you're
are these hats
Trubisky,
coming from?
dude. If you pull out a third one, I'm
I'm gonna
done.
leave.
I'm
We're gonna turn
gone.
this
I
off.
was thinking Trubisky, so that's why I pulled out the Chicago one. Just
Speaking of offense, Cleveland at Oakland, 45-42
What a
Oakland in
game.
overtime.
Oakland finally gets a win for the season.
Yeah, no, that was bullshit. I think we all watched that game.
Yeah. Yep.
That was great.
But like Derek Carr fumbled that ball.
Yeah.
That was a fumble 6, and the ref
Yep.
said it was forward progress, but he stopped moving for half a second. It was like they didn't say that he was throwing the ball. They said they blew the play dead because it was the
Yeah.
forward progress had been stopped, which is not true.
I have a theory that the replacement refs just molded some skin together,
They-
and
they-
they're at some point those masks are just coming off. Yeah.
They're gonna Scooby-Doo us.
And the commissioner is going to go around. Wait a second.
Well, and not only that, then in to ice the game in with like a minute and a half left, the Raiders had no timeouts. They ran and got the first down.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Nah, bro, you're down a yard short." In what world? There's zero places on this planet that a yard was that difference. That's just he was closer to a yard past the first down marker than he was a yard behind the first down marker. Yeah, so I mean, we'll talk more about it in the power rankings, but like the Raiders are 2 missed field goals and a bad call away from 4-0. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but
And the Browns, by the way, so the Raiders.
oh, fuck the Raiders.
I
They're-
was like,
they're a
I was like
bad
the
team.
Raiders 4-0.
I meant the Browns, but but yeah, dude, I just I feel bad for him. Like I feel like the Browns kind of got robbed. Like they're getting robbed of having like
Right.
a good year.
Mhm.
Like 2 kicks, bad call. 2 bad calls, in fact.
I mean, but it's kind of like,
Like the
They
most
need-
Browns thing that can
yeah, and
happen.
it's like they also like need to change the culture, which it slowly is, because now players will like want to go there. So now like a good kicker will actually want to
Well,
go
dude,
there.
I mean, even it's not even that. It's if Baker Mayfield started week 1,
That too.
like
But
there-
who would have thought Tyrod was gonna come out as such a dud? He looks so good, especially like hearing that he was coming in at like
I
5
would-
in the morning
okay,
every
so
day.
maybe not start week 1, but when
in
Tyrod
earlier.
was like 3 of 13 at halftime week 1,
Hmm.
yank him, get him out, put Baker in,
Yeah, understandable.
and he wins that game. He doesn't.
Yeah.
You don't tie the Steelers. You win that game,
The last time the Browns have scored over 25
dude.
points.
42 points, man.
Like
Like,
that's
Baker-
insane. I've never
Baker
seen.
lit him on fire.
I don't think I've ever personally seen that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for him. I mean, congrats Oakland on getting a win. I guess. Seattle at Arizona. Hey, good job, Seahawks. But Josh Rosen apparently was the passing leader with a $180. So that's a real exciting game. Good job, Russ. New Orleans at New York. Jesus Christ. But apparently Eli Manning outpassed Drew Brees with only 255 yards.
What was
Yeah,
the final
Drew,
score of that
Drew
game?
Brees didn't have
The
a
final score was
touchdown.
33-18. Yeah, Alvin Kamara went off.
Yeah, he had a crazy game,
Yeah,
and they just were like, "We'll just keep it up, buddy."
Chargers at San Fran. I was shocked.
Dude,
I was
right?
shocked that CJ Beathard 300 yards.
Kept up. They
First
had the
start, I
lead
think,
for
right?
a significant.
Yeah, they lost 27-29, but I feel like everyone in the league would have expected that to be 40-10 kind of
Vastly,
shit. Like,
yes, vastly different.
Melvin Gordon 100 yards, good job. Baltimore at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's a horrible team. Le'Veon Bell said he's coming back during their bye week though.
Yeah, I did. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah,
It's the most sense for him to come back.
just with, by the way, him sitting out has cost him, I think, $9 million or 5. It's 5 or 9, one of the two. No, it's fine. Pocket change, right?
Yeah, really.
I mean,
Okay. Oh, by the way,
he's already got lots of cash.
For everyone being upset at Le'Veon Bell, what happened to Earl Thomas is exactly the reason why Le'Veon Bell was sitting out. Exactly the reason.
Yeah.
And fuck you guys if you weren't supporting him.
Yeah,
And especially if you're not supporting him now.
Why the Steelers players weren't support? Like, I get it, but like,
No, I don't get it. Because he's like I think he's posted like tweeted to Earl Thomas like, "Hey, sorry man,
like commented
I'll
on that.
still be the bad guy for us."
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Because that's how you change shit.
Yeah.
You need a marquee player, second best running back in the league, to say, "Hey, no, this is bullshit. I've outplayed that contract. I want financial security for the rest of my life." And they're like,
as we just showed, as we've seen, I should say.
"Yeah, exactly."
Because Earl Thomas isn't getting that money when he comes back. He's not getting the money he should have been getting.
Well, especially it's his second broken leg, same leg.
The Chiefs are pissed too because they
were
going to
trade for him.
They
Yeah,
were going to have that trade
it sounded
together
like that trade was
week.
done.
Yeah.
Like
Like,
Monday.
Yeah, they
had
were
it.
like they still hadn't come to like exact terms that week, but it was like going to happen. Like, and
Could you
apparently they were
imagine?
pissed.
Can you imagine him and Eric Berry? Ooh.
Dude, I feel so bad for Earl because like he said, it's like he sits out, then you guys hate me because I sit out, but I come in and I get hurt. Like exactly what just
you see him
happened.
flip off the.
Yep. Yeah.
And Pete Carroll was like, "I don't think he was flipping off us. He was looking at no one else."
With the Cardinals players
But I
like,
don't get
hey
like why
guys.
is he flipping off everyone?
Flipping off the Seahawks because he got fucked. Like they fucked him.
He got injured in the game of football.
Yeah, but like had he got extended, like the contract extension that he deserved, because he's the best safety in football, second best safety in football, he would have financial security for the rest of his life. Where now he's not gonna get.
He's mad because now he's injured and he doesn't have.
Well, because he was holding out, and he decided because that's what Le'Veon Bell's holding out because he doesn't want to hurt his body and not get $60 million guaranteed.
He wants that guaranteed money.
Exactly, the guaranteed money. Like the people like franchise takes $15 million for a running back or blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, $15 million is a lot of fucking money to us, but 15 is not 60, and that's the issue. And to basically have the Seahawk players, fans guilt him into playing when he didn't want to play, because he would have just sat out till week 10 like Le'Veon was planned on doing, and then got paid. But it seemed like he was trying to play to get traded to get paid, whereas the Seahawks could have just fucking traded him.
Well, and I'm sure that like guilt weighed on him a lot with like it's the Seahawks. They're like kind of the Packers where it's like them and the fans have like a really cool interaction with each other.
Yeah, and it's like, and not only that, but like even though the Seahawks right now are spotty, it's like you could easily wake up tomorrow, they can have an amazing game. And everyone can say, the Seahawks are back, baby.
And the crazy thing is, like, yes, Khalil Mack and JJ Watt are having bananas years. You know, the number one like rated defensive player was Earl Thomas.
That makes sense.
I think he had 5 picks or something already. Like out of every defensive category, tackles everything. He was the best defensive player in football, and he got fucked. And now he's gonna come back and get what, $20 million guaranteed.
He's not gonna get as much as he was going to before.
He's 29, turning 30 when he comes
now
back.
he's damaged goods at 30.
Exactly. Yeah, and so you have what, 2.
I can just see the businessmen damaged goods at 30.
Exactly, and that's exactly how they're thinking.
Well, it's like so. What, he has 2 good years left. If he comes back 100% with no damage to this with his broken leg, the same leg that he's broke before. Fuck you, Seattle.
Yeah, that's
you guys should. You guys knew you weren't gonna pay him.
Fucked up situation.
You should have traded him when the Cowboys made an offer.
or the Chiefs,
or
like,
when the
whatever.
Chiefs
yeah,
made
like
an offer.
yeah,
I'm sure more teams made an
or
offer too.
yeah, have been more okay with realize
Yeah.
the situation, because they always like to say it's a business. It's a business. From there, the players can say that right back to them too now. Like, it's my business.
Well, and the
One team
the
wants
main
me.
the main thing that everyone's so upset about is when you sign a contract. If you underperform that contract, you're out. See you later. We're not
Yeah.
going to have you anymore.
Mm.
If you overperform that contract, they're
They're
like, well, you
giddy-
signed the
They're
contract.
giddy as
And it's like,
schoolgirls.
motherfucker, are you kidding me? That's why Khalil Mack was pissed. That's why Aaron Donald was pissed. That's why Le'Veon Bell's pissed. That's why Earl Thomas was pissed. They overperform their contract, but they are getting compensated for what they were doing a year ago, 2
Mhm.
years ago. And they're like, well, that's how contracts work. But if they underperform the contract, like Dez Bryant, he signed a fucking ridiculous deal. Underperformed 2 years in a row.
It's
See you
almost
later.
it's almost
Like-
as if for rookies, you're almost better off not performing well for your first couple years.
Well, dude,
And that's fucked up that the system's designed like that. Like,
dude, no, honestly, the best thing that can happen to you is go undrafted.
yeah, because then
Go
you get your
undrafted
choice
and
and
be
everything.
mediocre to start.
I mean, look at Adam Thielen.
Yeah,
He was able to get a contract his second year, I think. And then I think third year, because we paid it. He got paid. Not
Hmm.
paid like Diggs paid, but paid.
yeah.
But when you get drafted, dude, that's 7 years. That's a 7-year commitment to that team, or on your end, or it's a 2-month commitment on their end. They could just get fucking rid of you
Yeah.
before training camp starts.
And the only way for you to
and,
fight that,
and God forbid someone says that you fucking got into like a had weed on you or something. Oh, see you later, Josh Gordon. Like, oh, you were acting weird at the facility. See you later. I'm
Yeah,
surprised the
what's-
Vikings didn't cut Everson Griffin.
what's happening right now with that? I haven't heard anything out of the Josh Gordon camp with any drug tests, or you'd think there was a test at some point, right? Did he just not?
I don't know, but Tom
pass
Tom
it?
Brady targeted him 8 times or 10 times or something. Tom Brady's got his new moss. That's why I have them a little bit higher on my power rating. Kansas at Denver.
Really
game.
good game.
Really good.
Patty Mahomes.
That left-handed throw was great. Did you?
That dude, there's never been more of a Brett Favre player
Seriously.
other than because he throws those balls. We're like, whoa! Oh my God, they hit the ground. Where Favre just threw into people's arms. That will catch up with Mahomes eventually, but not yet. And I mean, did you know that going into that game, I think the Chiefs were 18 and 19 in their last 19 division games?
Yeah.
They run that shit. And now
Makes
they're 19
sense.
to 20. They run it.
Hmm.
It's not close. Andy Reid got there with Alex Smith.
I was gonna say,
Nah,
you remember before Andy Reid and Alex Smith? It's
Nope.
just- yeah,
I
Joe was
literally
just.
couldn't name.
It was
couldn't tell you the
Jamal.
quarterback.
It was just Jamal
Oh,
Charles.
I remember. Yeah.
It was Jamal Charles getting 5
Who the
touchdowns a
fuck was their
game.
quarterback?
Was it? If
Matt
I'm
Castle
Matt,
for a while.
I was gonna say Matt Castle.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
he came to the
Pulled
Vikings.
it out before
Yeah.
I did, and I
Yeah.
had it in my head, and I was like, I
That was
think Matt
for
Castle
2 or
was their
3 years they
quarterback.
ran with. They tried to run with Matt Castle.
I'm so happy and sad that I remembered that too.
All right, we're gonna hop right into week 5 here because we got a pretty long show today. Colts at Patriots tomorrow.
Pats.
Yeah.
Go with the
yeah,
pants on that one.
I love you, Andrew Luck, but Josh Gordon, bro. Tennessee at Buffalo.
Tennessee.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Like,
I'm gonna go with Tennessee.
Tennessee sucks too. They're good, but they suck. They don't score points. But Buffalo didn't score any points last week.
But...
Miami at Cincinnati. Cincinnati?
Cincy.
Maybe. I don't fucking.
I'm going
Tannehill
Cincy
and
strong.
Dalton are literally the same person.
If I have Giovanni Bernard, I'm starting that motherfucker in fantasy because the Dolphins let Sony Michel run for $140. So you got
Well,
Giovanni
I think
Bernard.
even better yet, Joe Mixon is back this.
You're right.
Whoever's out there with a Joe Mixon fantasy
I
alert.
bet a lot of people might not have him even picked up.
Sweet.
Baltimore at Cleveland.
Oh,
Let's go Browns.
Cleveland?
At Cleveland.
I'm gonna go with Baltimore, and I'm gonna say they're gonna take a big steaming dump. It won't be close.
I'm gonna say Baltimore, but I'm gonna say it's gonna be closer. I'm talking 24-23
Denzel Ward's
type
gonna
shit.
pick Flacco off 4 times.
Baker Mayfield is gonna
That-
get so shaken he's gonna
that-
think the earth is coming
By
to an end.
who?
It's so shaken.
By who? T Sizzle at age
T-
59.
T
So-
Sizzle and those that
Terrell
4-year-old
Suggs and
nutsack.
his cane.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think Cleveland's gonna win. Cleveland, like I've said, Cleveland's a bad call. Field goal kicks away from being 4-0. They
I like the Ravens as a team better on,
no,
and the
I
fact
think
that it's at Cleveland.
I think the Browns have way more like pieces.
Hmm.
Like
I think
give
they're more
give
explosive.
Give it 2 years, and the Browns are hands down the best team in
For
the
sure.
division.
for sure.
Thank you. Green Bay at Detroit. I'm sorry, Green Bay.
That's definitely gonna be a close
That's-
one.
I'm
a
gonna say
scary
I'm gonna
game.
That's a
split
real
on
close
that.
one.
I'll give it to like Aaron Rodgers in like end of game fashion.
And he calls
as
himself a
always
Bears
does.
fan, saying the Packers are gonna win games. Fucking nuts.
Let me pull my phone aside so I can whip out the handy dandy
I
notebook.
said the Lions were gonna win.
I could have swore you just said Packers.
No,
No, he said Lions.
I
The-
will never say the Packers are gonna win a football game.
The Packers will
'Cause I
win,
have fucking standards and morals, mother.
and here's why.
Okay.
Did you know the Lions are currently giving up the most rushing yards per game in the NFL? So my prediction, not
Ooh.
bold, it's not bold prediction
Hot
for the
take?
week, but here's my prediction for the week. This is Aaron Jones's coming out party. He's finally going to get the start, and we're going to hand it to him more than we have, at least by like double.
I mean,
we're not
can-
going to give him like 30 touches, but he's going to get like 16 touches,
Yo,
not 8.
Wackety Yak in the chat says, but Packers running backs are subpar.
Not Aaron Jones. He's the
Aaron
he's the
Jones
spark
is
plug
pretty
in our
fucking good.
offense at the moment.
But
Anytime he gets the
Matthew
ball in his hands,
Stafford is gonna pick y'all apart,
and I could see that.
dropping dimes.
I could see that.
dropping dimes. Who's gonna cover Golden Tate? That crunchy ass cereal? Nobody.
Jair Alexander.
For how long until you get mad at him? The first play when he gets beat deep, or the second play when he gets beat deep?
happen unless
He's
unless
having every
no
week. He
Devon
got
House.
benched.
Devon House isn't not Jair Alexander.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, it was House that got benched.
Yeah, I
You're
was
right,
gonna
you're
say,
right,
and
you're
House is on the IR now, so.
right. Oh, see you, see you later.
He won't be on. I was about to say if House sees the field, then that'll happen, but that's literally an
fair.
impossibility.
Wasn't Jair the one that had the like the penalties last week?
No, we thought he was gonna have the penalty for like pushing
You're right.
the quarterback.
You're right. Let's go Lions. Let's
Fuck
go
you.
Lions.
Fuck
Fuck
you.
the Packers. Jacksonville at Kansas City. This is a fun one, folks.
Dude, that is
one
actually
of the
a
best
really fun one.
defenses. The best offense. We're going offense. The defense is fuck defense. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, Kansas City. I
Going
say Kansas City.
Jacksonville. I'm going Jacksonville.
Why?
I'm just feeling it. I'm feeling it. Jacksonville. Patty Mahomes finally seemed like he had a little bit, not
He's
a hard time.
He's the guy is drunk. Thank you,
Hey,
Wackety
haven't
Yak.
heard that in a little bit. I just feel like the Jaguars defense might finally be the one to give him a real run for
He's
his
gonna
money.
throw at Jalen Ramsey every play, and
And
then
I
he's
think-
gonna talk hella
I
shit.
think that would be a mistake for
I mean, you're right,
him.
but who's covering Kelsey?
You have both of I get Kelsey. You're right, but they have Telvin Smith in their linebacking core,
But
and he's
Jalen
real
Smith
good.
was talking all that shit, or Jalen Ramsey was talking all that shit, saying he's gonna cover these tight ends. He covered Gronk,
Yeah, I mean
or
that
he
is
kind of
true.
covered Gronk. But like, okay, but who?
I'd be the
not
more
one,
person.
Not one person on the team is fast enough to
The-
cover Tyreek.
I was gonna say the one person I'd be worried about in that offense would be Tyreek
I
Hill
also
against
think
their
they need
defense.
they need
but
to let Kareem Hunt go more.
yeah, I think they finally did
They
it
did.
versus
They
the
did.
Broncos.
Yeah, they need to do that a little more. Like more runs, more swing passes, more put him like the Bears with Cohen. Put him in the
Mhm.
slot.
Mhm.
Get that dude the ball because he's Alvin Kamara. Just no, they're the same player. That's a good game. I want to watch that one.
Yeah, I know, right?
Denver at Jets. Don't care.
Denver.
Jets. Fuck you guys. Darnold's gonna just turn it around.
Literally just about to say something. Darnold, this is his coming out party,
Again,
throwing
his
over
second
Von
coming out
Miller.
party. Atlanta at Pittsburgh. Atlanta.
Atlanta.
go with
Pitt-
Atlanta on that
Pitt-
one.
like, Atlanta might only have one win, but Pittsburgh's horrible.
They're playing really good for a 1-3 team.
They're the best 1-3 team.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they're like lose by field goal. Damn it, we actually had the game 1-3 team. Like,
Well, it's funny because that's how the Browns have been too.
yeah,
Huh.
sucks.
I'm gonna say all these good things about the Falcons, who have the same situation.
I don't have a bet against the Falcons.
That's fair. No, no, I know. Every time you talk down about the Browns, I'm like, it's not from a place of hate.
it's not
He just doesn't want to lose the bet.
Exactly.
Giants at Panthers.
Panthers.
I don't buy the Panthers, and I know you guys hate the Giants. Don't buy the Panthers.
Ryan, you better be in here if you're not
I-
super upset.
Hey Eli,
Panthers.
close your mouth for a second
No,
and throw the fucking ball.
got too many bugs in there. It's distracting him.
Oakland at fuck Eli. Hey now. Hey.
Hey, yes.
Hey.
Woo! I like that
2
person.
Super Bowls. How many does Aaron Rodgers have? Whoop.
One. You're right.
Oakland at Chargers.
Eli can still burn.
Is it because he beat you in Lambeau in the playoffs?
No.
Okay. Chargers are winning.
What was the matchup again?
Oakland
Chargers.
at Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers.
Yeah. Raiders might be the worst team in football. Minnesota at Philadelphia.
Fuck, that's a hard one, honestly.
It's not a hard one.
I think it.
Philly's
I
gonna win
think
by
it
90.
is. I think it's a hard one. I think this could
I think
finally
Philly
be
will
the
win
game.
too, sadly.
I'm gonna go with Philly.
It's
but
Philly. It's Philly's gonna win 48-7. Of
will they pull out the Philly special?
course they will. They're gonna do it just to spite us, and we're gonna. That's gonna be the 7 points. We're gonna pick six that son of a bitch, and then we're never gonna score again.
That's the only play you do.
Yes. The Vikings are bad.
You guys are just super ready for the Philly special.
All we,
Harrison is just on top of it.
dude. Maybe. Fuck you for saying one. They're gonna win, but fuck you for wanting them to win. Dude, maybe in this reality that we call, ours, the Vikings got embarrassed against Philly in the playoffs. Maybe to make their season right, they need to go out and beat the Eagles.
That's what.
and
That's
then turn their whole year around.
and that's
But
the
Philly's gonna
storyline.
win 38 to fucking.
That's
7.
the storyline in my alternate universe also, where it's like you guys get that revenge, you guys turn your season around, the defense starts to come together again. You
Everson
guys get
Griffin
some big
isn't seeing
plays.
dead people chasing him in ambulances or something.
He doesn't try and leap out of moving vehicles anymore.
What's happening?
Do you guys have a No, I was thinking about, remember in Austin Powers they sucked his mojo?
Yeah.
I think the Bears literally just sucked your guys' mojo and drank it.
Can we have our mojo back?
They just threw it at Khalil Mack.
That's my mojo. Get a little bit of that Jaguars mojo in the secondary, though.
Yo, in the Who Cares game of the week, Arizona at San Fran.
Oh,
boy!
it's a barn
I'll
burner,
go San
folks.
Fran.
San Fran.
I'm going Cardinals.
Okay. I'm not gonna argue with you.
Rosen's coming out party.
213 strong yards he'll have.
1 touchdown.
3 picks. 3 picks.
Bad team. Los Angeles at Seattle Rams. Like, do we need to talk about this?
Yeah, no, Rams.
Okay,
I'll go with
Rams.
Rams.
Dallas at Houston. Battle for Texas.
Game, honestly.
I'll go
It's at-
Texans.
It's
Cowboys are winning that one. It's at Houston, but it doesn't.
I'm
it doesn't
interested.
matter.
I want to know. I'm not going to take a little bit too long. I'm interested to see what the Texans' rush defense looks
I was
like, because
literally
if they're like
about to say that.
above 15th,
Yep.
I'm going to give the Texans
That's
the
literally
game.
what I was thinking, and I think they are.
And I feel like they would be.
With
So I
J.J.
think,
Watt and stuff? Yeah,
yeah,
that's
I
what I
think
was
I'm gonna go
thinking. Yep.
Texans. But can you give me the number?
Literally, you are thinking exactly.
I'll
everything I was
find the
thinking.
numbers for you, folks.
Thanks, buddy. Because I think that'll be really the
'Cause if you
proving
stop
point.
Zeke, it's over.
Yeah, if you can keep Zeke kind of bottled up, I think
Houston's 10th.
Yep.
yeah,
The
I
game-
think
it's Texans.
yeah, I think Texans. I'm gonna give
Ooh.
Texans on that one. I mean, I think it's gonna be a more defensive game now that I know that than we kind of thought.
Dallas is 13.
Yeah, the Dallas is really good in overall defense.
See, now what's the passing defense?
I feel like Texans aren't that good in pass. Exactly. Just
27.
So like Prescott will finally
Dallas-
get a couple shots,
Dallas
but
is 7th.
I feel like Prescott.
Dallas is 7th.
Yeah. I know Dallas's overall defense is just good this year.
Yeah, they're ranked 10th.
Yeah.
At least like 13th in rush and 7th in passing.
Giving it to Texans.
Dallas winning this one.
Fuck you.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. Monday Night Football. Washington at New Orleans. Why is that Monday night?
They're giving some weird Monday night matchups.
Like it works because they're 3-1 or 2.
Yeah.
Is it 3-1 or?
Yeah,
Redskins
Orleans
2-2?
are
Redskins are 2-2.
2-1 because they had a
2-1?
bye.
2-1. Okay, and New Orleans are 3-1.
So they both have one loss. Yeah, that's
Like-
interesting.
Okay. Who? But
they
this
going-
matchup was made months ago.
Are they going into the Superdome?
Yes.
Eh.
Washington. Yeah. Let's go Skins. That's fair.
Saints.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Although, who knows? Maybe they work some shit out in the bye. They come out explosive.
Thank God.
A break.
Arizona.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
it's
but
a
we
nice
lost to
break.
the fucking Bills at home, so I don't know what to believe anymore.
That's fair.
All right, we're gonna jump right into the power rankings here. Who'd like to go first? I have a nice, cool little graphic to put up on the screen too. I know,
Ooh,
Brandon. It
fancy.
seems like you want to go first.
Sure, put me up there.
Oh, so not only can they see your picks, they also see you behind them.
Ooh, that's neat. I
Fancy.
like it.
Dude, I
I'm at a loss for words.
all right. Start.
I will say, you can see my graphic for the people that are on. I made one change that I couldn't actually make. I bumped the Seahawks up a little bit.
Let's
but-
just get right into it.
They're pretty
Let's
low.
go. Let's go. Fuck it. We're just gonna go like 32 to like 25,
Okay.
and then talk about the teams that we agree
Talk
to disagree
about it.
with. You know. So 32, we got the Bills. 31 Raiders. 30 Cardinals. 29 49ers. That was hard to say.
29, 49.
20 or what? 27? No, 20.
No, 28.
28 Jets. 27 Buccaneers. 26 Colts. 25 Giants.
Literally, I have all of the same things, just like one different flip flop. So like literally no arguments there.
As someone who saw the wrath of Josh Allen, I have the Bills.
No,
higher.
and that's fair.
I actually, out of all like the 1 and 3 teams, like the garbage teams, I have the Bills at the top of the
Oh,
garbage.
yeah?
In
Okay.
my list.
Okay.
Just because if they were able to do that to the Vikings,
Mhm.
and not only like just scoring on the defense, because the defense sucks. We don't need to talk about that. But like, our offense didn't do dick. Like Kirk Cousins had threw 55
Well,
times and like
Aaron-
still put up numbers, but
Aaron Rodgers and his offense had like not a hard time, but like he
It
was
took a while.
he was frustrated.
you
at,
were
like
spinning,
after
you were spinning some
yeah
some
after
tires.
after the game he was frustrated. He said the offense didn't have. He was like the
Yeah, he
offense
sure looked
isn't even
frustrated
like
when he had that shit-eating grin on his
the
face
entire
the whole
game. I know, like he was like upset after the game, and I was like, but you showed none of that during the game with the shit-eating grin the entire time. No, but he called he called it like a not playoff caliber offense at the moment. So
yeah.
which it is.
And I don't know if I have the Colts higher, but they're the team out of your group at the bottom, other than the Giants in my heart. But the Colts are the team that can jump the furthest out of all those.
Yeah,
teams.
definitely.
Probably even further than the Giants.
They've actually got
because
like a decent defense. Seemingly, they can get their shit
they just need to go
together.
get Vontae. I heard he's available. All right, 24 Lions, 23 Texans, 22 Seahawks, 21 Dolphins, 20 Steelers, 19 Cowboys, 18 Eagles, 17 Redskins.
It's the NFC East right there.
So
as a collective.
you're more confident that the Redskins are the best team in
You know, honestly, I might change that. I probably would, but Redskins are more consistent than they have been. with Alex Smith.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like a huge step for them to dismantle the Packers like they did, but that's definitely like the Packers are a playoff team. They came into Lambeau and they manhandled us pretty well for the whole game. So
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah,
I give
like,
them
you
more
guys were
respect.
never really in that game.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
They manhandled us. Like they had like the deep ball. I mean, we fixed a lot of the stuff that they did on us, but I'll give them that respect because I saw it firsthand.
Yeah. Where would you move the Seahawks to?
I'd probably move them right between.
The Cowboys. And the
Yeah,
Steelers?
yeah. I would probably put them right. Yep, in
put
between
'em right at
Cowboys
20?
and Steelers. It would either be that or right above the Cowboys, but right
Okay.
in there.
19 or 20. Got
Yeah,
it.
I'd move them up definitely.
Falcons 16, Chargers 15, Patriots 14, Broncos 13, Panthers 12, Browns 11, Vikings 10. Okay.
So for Calvin here, who's like wigging out a little bit, what I did for these power rankings is what team would I rather have? And for me, I would much rather have the Browns, like what they have going, over a lot of those teams, definitely. At the moment, definitely.
The Browns have by far the most upside of anyone that's not in the top 10.
Yeah. And while they could easily fall, they could
Oh, yeah.
easily rise.
Yeah, exactly. They could be
They're
they could be a top 5 team in 2 weeks,
Yeah.
or they could be the 30th team in 2 weeks.
very explosive team, and that can be for the demise too.
They're the Colts, but on the opposite end of the spectrum.
Yes.
They could easily flip.
I was going to say, those two could easily switch.
Yeah.
But for right now, I'm giving the Browns the respect.
We got to
'cause
go by the first 4 weeks, who's looked the best, and the Browns week in and week
look
out
good.
have looked good.
Especially with Mayfield in there now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like again, when's the last time we've seen the Browns score over 25
yeah,
points?
Yeah, right. Never.
Like, and the defense looks really
Um,
good too. So
I'll say forever, you have the Broncos too high. They lost to the Seahawks.
Fuck
They have the same
you.
record.
Fuck you, week 1, dude.
Okay.
No, I really like the Broncos team. I just think they have a really good defense. I think Case does enough.
But Casey just lost them the game on Monday.
I feel like
He missed a wide open receiver.
he overthrew it a little bit, but
He missed. That was the game. That
felt
was
like-
the game winner.
I feel like
he hits that throw. Everyone's like, "Oh, you Vikings! You were so stupid!"
At the-
ha, ha, ha."
at the
But he
same
missed it.
time, I don't know. He might have thrown it to where he thought Demarius should be. I didn't watch the entire route, but Brian and I were just talking about it today, and
It's,
it looked like Demarius could have slowed up
maybe
had he been running 100%
maybe
like Case
but
threw it to
it's
him
still,
as.
it's still gonna be
No,
the quarterback.
and no, you're right,
you know?
but like I displayed in my rankings how I feel about them. They went up against the best team or one of them, and they had some scrap in them that I didn't think they.
But they lost to the Seahawks.
One.
That's fair.
Essentially, week 5 of preseason.
Also fair. Who else? And they lost to the.
I think now that we're finally getting into the meat of the season, which I was down on the Seahawks and went back and rewatched some highlights, and I was like, all right, they're better than I'm giving
Okay.
them credit for. But like the Broncos too, they're better than I think people are giving them credit
Oh,
for.
no,
They're a more complete team, and both their halfbacks are really good. They get like 10 yards a clip.
I'll get into it more. On
Yeah,
my, on
yeah,
my,
right.
My end.
Right?
All right. Top 10. Let's go top 5. Vikings, Packers, Titans, Jags, Bears.
I never thought that would be my top.
You have the Vikings too high.
I just
You have them way too high.
think
They're
we talked about this. I had them fucking everywhere.
They're worse than the Browns.
But I just
They're significantly more worse.
they shouldn't, but they shouldn't be. There's no reason they should.
You're correct on that, but
and I
you
think
can't
that
take you can't take last year didn't happen.
No,
you
and
you
no.
have to look at what they're doing this
No,
year,
and
this year they're worse than the Bills.
Dude, did you see Colin Coward has them as like his number 6 team?
Who?
Colin Coward.
The Vikings?
Yes.
He's on drugs. 32nd were like the worst rushing attack in football with
No, I
Dalvin
just-
Cook.
I think the things that you guys are doing wrong this year are very easily fixable.
But it's what we were doing. That's what we were doing right last year.
Exactly, and
And
that's why I
that's
think they're
terrifying.
so. I think that's why it's so easily fixable. Because hey, the Packers have had years where our offensive, like the timing and stuff, doesn't look. But I'm saying what was the best part of our team didn't look good in the start of some years, and that shit fixes itself. I'm saying it's going to happen for the Vikings, but they could easily fall. Like I was talking to you, I had them at like in the 20s at one point, and then kind of booted them up.
One thing I just noticed though, real quick, you have the Titans behind the Jags, and they literally played each other, and the Titans won. Okay.
I don't like them as much as a team. I don't know.
Okay.
It was a week ago, but it was super close and super defensive.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. Top 5: Bengals, Ravens, Saints, Chiefs, Rams. Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Who? No one thought the Ravens
No.
would be that good.
Well,
Like,
honestly,
you thought the
no,
Ravens
I was high on the Ravens before. But
I
not
thought the Bengals would have been one of the worst teams in football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was high on the Ravens before the season.
Let's see when they start playing real division people. You know? Ravens come to the dog pound this week.
Oh, and that'll be a good
They're
game.
they're not escaping without that loss.
They're killing the dog.
Rams. Yeah. That's fine.
And the Rams and Chiefs could easily flip flop.
I have the
Yeah,
Chiefs
and
one-on-one.
the only reason I have the Rams above the Chiefs at the moment is because I like their defense a smidgen more. But like their defense isn't the grand
It's not
Neos
good.
thing that
It's
that
really
people
not
have
good.
it out to be. I
Yeah.
just think it's better than the Chiefs. So
That's fair. I, however, think the Chiefs' offense is better than the Rams' offense.
yeah,
I have offense weighted more than defense now
Mhm.
because that's just what we've seen. That's what we've
it's
seen
just
from the
that's
league.
just the thing now. Yep.
Yeah. Thank you, Brandon. We're gonna get rid of yours. Look, your face is all clear again. All right, Calvin.
Right.
Cardinals, Bills, Colts, Raiders, Niners, Jets, Giants.
Exactly like
Browns.
mine. Whoa, Browns down
He has
there.
Browns at 25th.
Ooh.
Sorry, you're bad.
How?
Well, just like you said 15 minutes ago, to your point exactly, the Raiders might be the worst team in football. The worst team in football just put up 45 points against a supposedly good Browns defense. Not buying the Browns defense. When you get scored 45 points against arguably one of the worst teams in the NFL, you're not a good defense. I don't care if it's a bad week, whatever it is. You're not that good. That's what it breaks down to.
We're gonna remember this for when the Bears allow 45 points.
And that day will be fucking tragic. But nowhere near that, so we'll be fine.
But you don't need a good defense to win football games anymore.
No, you don't, but I'm just saying, like, everyone is like, well, the offense is clicking, and the fact that they have such a phenomenal defense. It's like, where's
sound
this
like that.
phenomenal defense?
Yeah, I mean Denzel Ward leads the league in picks, and Myles Garrett I think is up there in sacks. You know,
That's
And you do have a good point. They're fucking allowed to really. I
45
don't
points
think
against
I have
a
the Raiders
terrible
really low,
team.
but I don't think there is. I
Well,
don't think there's any really
no,
like
the
completely crap
only reason
team.
the Raiders team is low is their defense is atrocious.
Yeah,
Their offense is going to be good. Their offense is good.
yeah. Marshawn Lynch is actually like third in the league
Yeah.
in rushing, which I was surprised at.
Yeah, no,
It's decent, but it's over 2 times the amount of points that should be allowed by a Raiders team like that. It's just
maybe. I think the Raiders put up decent numbers against everyone else too, except for like 1 week.
I'm just saying 45 points when you cross that threshold. It's like so
But
the
3
defense
point-
literally
three
just
point-
laid
three-
down on their back.
3
and just-
points were in overtime, and you could argue the fumble 6 should have happened, and the Raiders went and scored a touchdown on that drive. So that's another 7 points that shouldn't have been allowed because of the
That's a
officials.
12. That's a 12-point swing.
That's a 12-point
too.
swing, or a 14-point swing. And then the first down that got disallowed also turned into a touchdown. That's fucking 21 points right there. You know, that shouldn't have happened because of the officiating. So I wouldn't read too much into the Browns defense being bad, because when you give them multiple chances like that, when the defense is like, fuck yeah, we got the first down, we won the game.
And that's why I call them an explosive team, because their defense is the exact same too, where they can pop off for a couple interceptions,
Yeah.
a couple sacks, because they have the explosive players. But again, that can be bad because he can fizzle out sometimes too. But
I just thought it was so crazy because like I was expecting such a different result from that game, and then what I saw, I was like, exactly what I thought. It's all a fugazi.
But like 21 points were because of officiating, and
Yeah.
you can't you can't blame it on the refs. 21 points is a lot to fuck up.
It is,
That's
but
that's almost impossible.
me myself, I'd have to go through and watch each of those like play by play and see exactly what we're talking about here.
You were here. We watched like there was
I didn't watch the full game.
okay. Well, there was a fumble 6 that got disallowed because of literally no. They thought Derek Carr stopped moving in a pile when he wasn't being touched by anybody. So the ball got knocked out of his hand. He didn't throw it. It straight up knocked straight down into the turf and bounced to a Browns guy who ran it into the end zone. And they said that it was forward progress.
Yeah,
And that's not how forward progress works.
no, it's not. But
And then they thought he was wrapped up. No, and the only people that were touching him were his own linemen. And then they went and scored a touchdown on that drive.
yeah,
That can't happen.
no, you're right.
And if you're the Browns, you just scored a fumble 6. You just won the fucking game. Ah! Wait. What? Adrenaline gone. Like you're fucked.
Yeah,
And
I know how that is.
then Carlos Hyde gets the first down. Nope. Now you punt it. Touchdown. That shit just can't happen. And like they're never gonna blame the refs because you can't, because you'll get fined by Roger Goodell. But the refs, like the score should have been what, fucking 42 to 24. That's what the defense allowed, and then the refs scored another 21 points. That's my piece on it. You hate them, I get it.
I don't hate them. I just think there's a lot of like false hope built up inside of them.
I mean, missed a field goal, tied. Missed a field goal, lost. Won, and then
Barely scraped by against the Jets. Granted, Baker didn't play that whole game, so I'll allow that one. That makes sense.
and scored I think 14 unanswered, but that's 2 touchdowns. And
I just go back to the fact that Calvin, when's the last time? I'm not trying to add to this at all. Can you remember the last time the Browns scored over 24 points? I just keep coming back to that. That's like
Oh,
my
you're right,
whole
that's a
thing.
good point to
Like,
come back to.
seriously, can you remember?
No.
I can't. I can't at all.
Well, and like in my head, like I can't remember a game where the refs gave 21 points away,
Yeah,
and someone still won.
And
the
I
game.
don't think I saw I don't think I saw all of these calls that you're talking about, but I did see some of them, and just the calls in general this year have been
Yeah, but no, the fumble 6 is the big one, and then the first down you could argue, but he crossed the line. You
Hmm.
know.
I think I saw the first down one. That one was stupid.
Yeah, exactly. And the dude, the fumble. I'll show it to you after this.
Yeah, I'll have to see that. I don't know if I was thinking of a different fumble from a different game, I think.
Oh no.
Which that one was, it shouldn't have been called a fumble either. Well, this one should have been, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm thinking of the opposite way.
No, I'll show it to you after this.
Okay.
But
On with the list. Gotta get through this list.
Buccaneers 24. Jesus. 23 Seahawks, 22 Texans, 21 Broncos, 20 Lions, 19 Cowboys, 18 Redskins, 17 Steelers.
But realistically, from that last one that you said, the Steelers all the way to like the Browns and the 25th, I feel like all those teams can be completely interchanged. Like they're all just at that level, and they all have massive comeback potential. Where it's like I was saying before with the Seahawks, where it's like next game we could wake up and Ben Roethlisberger and the Steelers can be back, or we wake up next week and like I was saying before, the Seahawks can just be amazing.
No, yeah,
again.
no, I agree with that.
Definitely.
I don't see any way that the Steelers are better than almost any of those teams.
I literally
maybe the Texans.
I literally did that. I literally did that based on the fact that I've been hearing all this Le'Veon Bell hype again, and I was like, all right.
Oh yeah, we'll be by the time
Yeah,
he
it's like-
by the time he plays, we'll be doing our next power ranking.
And it's like, but I think still potentially they could be a really good
They
team.
could.
I think they're kind of falling apart, like coach wise, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Mike
think-
Tomlin's done.
Yeah, there's
This is
there's no
Mike
one
Tomlin's last year.
cohesively keeping that shit together anymore, and like all of these little distractions now have just kind of piled up and has torn it apart. But it's like, say they somehow do get that shit straight. We all had the Steelers as like a top 8 team.
Oh yeah.
At our first power ranking, you know, like
I feel like there's a better.
Right.
I feel like there's a better chance. Like you say, like they could turn it around and all that.
yeah.
I feel like there's a better chance that Mason Rudolph starts.
I mean,
before
I mean,
and
that
Ben,
definitely,
they just Ben Roethlisberger.
that could definitely happen
We're
too.
we're moving on. You're done.
And he would be
he would
the
he would
most. He would if
he would
they
not
ever.
show up.
I'm calling it. If they ever bench him during a game, he's just leaving.
Oh, he's never coming back.
Yeah.
Like he's just
He won't-
walking off the field and
Yeah.
He
leaving.
won't hold a clipboard.
No, there's no like the way he like talked about
Yeah,
the
no.
guy when they drafted him.
No.
If they ever go, no, Ben, you threw your 4th interception this game. We're putting
For
in
the
Mason.
fifth time this
He's
season.
he's
like,
just walking away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he's. I mean, he was already talking about retiring last
Yeah,
year.
no,
so, like,
exactly.
he's close.
The second mid game retirement from a player this year.
16 Titans, 15 Chargers, 14 Falcons, 13 Bengals, 12 Dolphins, 11 Panthers.
I feel like that's fairly accurate.
I think you have the Dolphins too high.
I-
Like, yeah, they're 3-1. Like, I definitely wouldn't have the Titans in like behind the Dolphins
That was I
in-
was gonna say that was
in
my
in, in
one.
any or the Bengals in any world.
But I would see because I did start with the Dolphins kind of high, but I'm high on the fact that it's like I think we finally saw who the Dolphins are.
Yeah.
So I'm
No,
go.
it's-
I went more so based on that, but
See, and I placed them literally for the same exact reason that now, like, they got their ass handed them for the millionth time by Tom Brady to bring them back down to earth. I think they like start to bounce back again, which
And
isn't
that-
good for me because that means week
But
6
but
after the next week,
unfortunately,
they play the Bears.
what the past has shown us is when the Dolphins go and get their ass kicked by the Patriots, they get their ass kicked by everyone else the rest of the year. The only time the Dolphins are good are when they have to play the Patriots like week 7 or 8.
I
And
do
then they
like
just
Adam
lose.
Gase though. I think Adam Gase
Oh,
can
he's a
keep
good
that
coach.
keep that group together.
Yeah, no,
I
they're
missed that, man, but
they're
glad
years.
things worked out for us.
They're 3 years away, 2
Yeah.
years away.
I feel bad because it's like I think they're a team and Ryan Tannehill's been doing really good this year, but
Really good.
I think if you throw like Baker in there, like that team's way better. Like there's something
or how
about
about if they just kept Jarvis Landry?
it. Yeah, actually that one. How
Yeah.
about that one?
Yeah.
Because I do really like Tannehill. I guess I haven't gotten to see a full season with him for like the longest time, so
Years, yeah.
I don't really know Tannehill anymore. But
Here's where things are gonna get icy. Packers 10th, Bears 9th, Ravens 8th,
wait, where are the Vikings?
Vikings 7th. Hold the fucking phone.
Whoa!
Eagles 6th. Okay, Calvin.
You're gonna need to explain a couple here now. I want to hear your.
All of the things I just
I wanna
listed,
hear- I
we
wanna
need-
hear
we
this
need
shit
reasons
now.
behind these.
all right, starting with this. All right.
I want to hear the Eagles. The Eagles? Just Wentz fucking. You just.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Eagles are just a team I have faith in. Their defense is freaking crazy, and I think that they'll. It's like one of those things where it's like, it's the end of the game. You put the ball in like Carson Wentz in the Eagles' hands on offense, and it's just for some reason I just see them winning the game like nearly every damn time. Yeah, you're right. You're right. They didn't in this.
That's the only reason because it's like, and I think out of everyone, I'm super high on Wentz. I fucking love that
Right.
dude, and that's like my saving grace for that. But for some reason, their defense has seemingly pulled the Vikings where they're not doing good this year, and I don't
They're
get
not
that.
doing nearly as well. Yeah.
So, and I get like your placement because like they're
So-
kind of like my Vikings where it's like they could
Okay,
snap
so
back
explain
at
the
any
Vikings
time.
being better than both the Packers and Bears.
Yeah, I want to hear that.
I
one,
think
too.
I think collectively as a whole, everything is still there. Like, granted, the mojo has gone away, but I think, and it's the same exact thing with the Eagles, and it's why I have them right next to each other. They both can just reignite and be that team that they
No, I
were
get that.
last year.
We haven't seen that though.
That's
I
why
know,
I have the
but I'm
Vikings
saying
high.
it can just happen like that. They have all the same dudes, pretty much.
Unfortunately, though, that's why I have the Vikings so fucking low on my list. Is that 7.5 games now? The Vikings
Yep.
have played shitty. shitty fucking football. 7.5 games in a row. There has not been a good game in there. So this is who the Vikings are currently. They are a bad defense with a good offense. And
I never thought we'd hear that.
there's-
Good passing offense.
yeah, the worst running game in football, one of the worst defenses in football.
And a
And
phenomenal
but
passing
the thing
game.
is, that's who they've been.
It's fun.
Since the second half of the Saints game, they've been that same team. A horrible running game, a horrible defense, and a good passing game. That's what they've been.
It's kind of fucked up because it's kind of like a genie finally granted you your wish of like a great passing offense, but it was one of those fucked up genies that like,
That took
all
a
right, but now,
leg.
but now you're shitting running and defense and everything else. just,
just like,
but we'll
oh,
give you
yeah.
that. We'll give you what you wished for.
I'm surprised you weren't more upset that he had the Bears in front of the Packers.
I have the Bears in front of the Packers.
Oh, you didn't.
No, I have the Bears like 6.
You're right,
Honestly,
you do.
overall, I think they're like. I think I was telling you before this where the Bears finally had a complete game this season.
Yeah.
Packers haven't had a complete game.
Yep.
So that was my big thing on why I put the Bears ahead of the Packers.
All right, top 5. Patriots, Jaguars, Saints, Chiefs, Rams.
Easy. Those are all easy picks.
I don't think the Jaguars deserve to be that high. They're not good enough.
I don't think the Patriots
I don't think the
either,
Patriots
honestly.
deserve
My
either.
opinion, but I think you have the Patriots higher than me at least. I have them
A little bit
pretty low.
higher, but I don't think much. Maybe I think I have them 10th. I think possibly, but the Jaguars aren't good enough to be up there.
I just think at the end of the day, like, I'm putting all those teams up in the top 10 where it's like, I know they'll be in the playoffs, guaranteed or your money back, like type
I mean,
deal.
the Jaguars aren't guaranteed. The
know,
Titans are in their division, and they already have a loss to the Titans.
I know, but I'm saying, like, at the end of the day, like, I'm fairly certain that the Jaguars are still going to make the playoffs this year.
Maybe
And, like, the Patriots, too. Like,
Ravens and Bengals probably, if things keep going. That's the wild card right there.
Where did you have the Ravens and the Bengals, or did you not read them off yet?
No, he had the
No, dude,
Bengals
I had-
at fucking 13th and the Ravens at 8th.
Oh, okay, Ravens at 8th. Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Let's see yours here. I'm interested
Mine's
to hear.
clearly the most unbiased.
Just Vikings, Browns 1-2. Just
49ers 3.
No, because my guy tore his ACL.
Right.
Otherwise,
His whole-
otherwise.
his whole
Yeah.
who knows? Who fucking knows?
That's true.
Card passed for 9 touchdowns last game. if you didn't. Just-
Cardinals worst, then
Yep.
Raiders, Niners, Jets,
Yep, we're all the same. there.
Buccaneers, Lions, Colts, Steelers,
Let's go with top 15 because we're all the same for the top. for the
At the
bottom.
bottom.
Texans, Bills, Giants, Vikings.
Well, I'm
at
interested. Why do you have the
21.
Bills so
Okay.
high? Is it just
'Cause
the
they beat-
Allen just lighting it
Yeah.
up? And okay, I
They
was
have
just curious.
they have upset.
I was curious.
And LaShawn McCoy's like back. They did that. With,
That is right.
They
he
did
was
that
back.
without LaShawn
He
McCoy.
was back.
They beat
I
the
just
Vikings without LaShawn McCoy.
I forgot he was back because I thought he
do
was
shit.
actually gonna do shit
Yeah.
versus the Packers and he didn't.
No, so being the unbiased person I am, I have the Vikings at 21st. Worse than the Dolphins.
All right. Are you okay?
No, we're a bad football team, and I don't feel like you guys under fucking stand. Like, oh no, man! Last regular season, you guys were great. Look at the playoffs.
I think in 4 weeks you're gonna be sitting over there like this. You guys were right. But that's my opinion.
I'm gonna be like this the whole year because the Vikings might not win another game.
Oh, calm down.
The Vikings might go 1-14.
calm
one.
down over there, Skippy.
No.
No, I'm not going down.
Won't do it.
Dolphins 20th, Broncos 19th, Cowboys 18th, Seahawks 17th. Obviously, the Seahawks beat the Broncos. I can't get around that. You know, I just can't. Sorry. I also have the Titans at 16. I don't buy them really. Redskins 15, Panthers 14, Chargers 13, Eagles 12, Browns 11.
Oh, we have them in the same spot.
I mean, we goddamn right we do. So cute. Idiot. Falcons 10th, Patriots 9th, Jaguars 8th, Packers 7th, Ravens 6th, Bengals 5th, Bears 4th, Saints 3rd,
Number 4.
Rams 2nd, Chiefs.
You should honestly record that.
I know, right?
That might be the only time you're gonna hear words like that come from Dan's mouth. Just fucking scream. Actually, you guys come back
Like
to
I
play
said,
the Dolphins.
Unbiased. Never in life would I have both rivals in the top 10.
I know you
Are
wanted
both-
to throw up. You had the Packers higher than me.
Yeah, because I'm fucking realistic.
I just think there's some realistic issues that we have, and honestly, it's our
What-
offense. I feel like that needs some work.
Oh yeah, because
I
Rodgers,
think-
Rodgers won't be able to figure that out.
Yeah, that's what I was. I think that's going to be like this week is going to be us figuring that out.
Yeah, it's not like the Vikings defense where we need all 11 guys to fucking click. You need one dude to decide to win the game. He's like, I feel like I'm gonna throw for 500 today. Oh hey, look, I did it. We win. He can do that every week. Lazy cunt. Yeah, Chiefs are the best team in football.
They're real good.
Yeah, that's the best offense I've ever seen.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's insane. It's like that.
Like, it's the best offense. Like I've never seen a better offense.
Was it the run and shoot offense? Texans did that, or the Oilers? It was back.
Dude, Andy Reid.
Dude,
He might be the best coach.
I
For
actually,
like what he's done.
I thought of this for the first time. Can you imagine if like we gave in and we gave Andy Reid that like part ownership or whatever that he wanted, or part GM? I think he wanted. Can you imagine, we could have had Andy Reid for like fucking 20 years.
Yep. You guys really fucked up.
Yeah, that would have been crazy.
How fucking
look what he did with the
insane would
Eagles.
that?
Andy Reid with Aaron Rodgers right now. I mean,
Andy Reid with Brett Favre won a Super Bowl, so
It would have been in bananas. Bring him back.
He's
Somehow
hashtag bring
poach
it
him.
back.
yeah. I mean, I don't. We'll see in 4 weeks. We'll see in a month where things.
What these rankings are looking like.
But like, god damn it, Minnesota. Xavier Rhodes, can you learn how to cover one person? And Anthony Barr. With Everson Griffin being a crazy person right now, just put Anthony Barr on the line
Yeah,
and
you guys
run
really
Michael
do.
and just have Kendricks spy the quarterback, and then have 6 fucking DBs out there to cover everybody.
You guys have how many safeties? Why aren't you guys
We
playing
have
halfbacks
3
at
safeties.
safeties?
We have 3
Or
safeties.
safeties at linebacker.
You're asking the right questions.
Why is
Brandon?
that not happening?
Mike's
Who's,
never talked about it.
Ioka?
Yeah.
Why is he not your like starting right outside linebacker at the moment?
Hey,
Or
Brandon.
whatever.
Welcome to the NFL. You're now a coach.
Because we play a 4-2-5. That's what our defense is, and the 2 is Kendricks and Barr.
I mean, that I guess it makes sense, but like
No, it
you're
doesn't.
saying,
Not
bring
when-
Barr
yeah,
down.
not when Everson Griffin's a
pop
crazy
in,
person.
Pop in Ioka.
Yeah, just have Barr rush the quarterback. He'll
hammered
be
out.
Fine. Drop him into a flat every now and then. Fuck it.
Golden.
Exactly. Rush 3. I don't give a fuck. Do something. Cover. Why is Cooper Kupp running 70 yards free every play?
And why is Barr on so many
Why is
wide
Barr there?
receivers?
Man? Why he like Barr in 4 days span gave up like 40 points by himself.
You know they're just in the meeting room, just like, Barr, you see this? Just
Well, yeah, because who is it? Shannon Sharp always like every Monday you get your game sheet
no, exactly.
with your
Yeah.
pluses and minuses. Minus. Hey, who are you covering here?
That's got
tried to run after Brandon Cooks.
that's got to be just the worst part. Literally watching film with your coach. What happened here? Just
It's like God when you die.
Bro, I played. Bro, when I played football, for the who was it? Fucking Fond du Lac Wildcats. I need to kill
because
myself.
we have so many wild cats in the
So
area.
when I played for them in like the junior football league or some shit, like the first tackle shit, we did film every week at my coach's house,
terrifying.
and he would call people the fuck out. I almost blocked a punt back in the day, and I got scared when he was about to kick it, so I ducked. And he's showing me this, and it's like you have all you gotta do is go like this, and you block it, and you went, and you just crouch. He's like, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm scared.
Protecting my head.
He's like, "Hey, so you hand fought great. You did a hit. You had a great swim move. What was that?"
What was the finish?
Yeah.
I'll never forget one of those I had where like I got thrown the football and I thought it was to like the receiver behind me because it was just a skeins high, but I definitely could have caught it, so I ducked and everyone was like, "What the fuck was that? Are you scared of the football or something?" I was like, "No, I thought
when I was
dude was behind
when I
me."
was blocking, I always took get low way too far because I was a center, so my job was always to block linebackers. So
Just
I
taking
would,
out ankles.
no. I would like try to like hide amongst their own linemen, and then just like
Hilarious.
use my head up and try to find the linebacker, and then lay them the fuck out every play. Dude, we led with our helmets. Goddamn right, I knocked kids out. I broke a kid's ankle. It was good. Got me drafted. Got me drafted for because they did like in the junior football they drafted. Other than the coach's kids, I was the first pick. Because I broke another coach's kid's ankle. All right.
He's good for the bounty program.
I'm fucking great for it.
Take out Damien over there from 4th Street.
Oh, I was also the kid that every play I would just tackle the ball. I'd always get up from the bottom of the bottom of a tackle, holding the ball up. I'm like, is it our ball? Like I'm on defense and I have the ball. They never gave it to me, but I always wound up with the ball.
Mm-hmm.
We need instant replay for so many fumbles for fucking 6th graders and 7th graders.
And apparently, you guys did film studies, so
We did. It was fucking.
I wouldn't
It
put
was
it past
crazy.
it at this point.
Oh, we got a wild cat down here.
With
Okay,
a stretch.
we're just kind of rambling currently. Okay, hot takes or bold predictions.
I'll take this one off because I have mine written down here. I actually had a couple points to read off too. PFF. I don't know. Do you read PFF, like Pro Football Focus or whatever? Like, do you like their numbers?
Yeah, they're good.
Do you know Pro Football Focus? Oh, it's just like they compile numbers a lot, like give rankings to players and stuff. I like their numbers a lot. They came out with their quarterly results. Pleasantly surprised with a lot of these Packer players. A-Rod at the number 8 QB spot, which he should be better, but he's had
I feel like Kirk might be higher.
yeah, no, Kirk is probably like 2 or 3 on that list. Aaron Jones, the number 3 rated halfback at the moment.
He played 1 week.
Exactly. And apparently number 3 rated halfback by Pro Football Focus.
What, Deacon Gurley?
It's got to be.
It has to.
Yeah, I got the list of just like the Packers
got it.
people. I didn't get to actually see the whole
He's
list.
3rd on their team.
David Bakhtiari, currently the number 2 offensive tackle.
That makes sense. He knows how to cheat.
Corey Lindsley, the number 5 center. Kenny Clark, the number 7 interior defensive lineman. That makes so much sense. Blake Martinez, the number 3 linebacker.
That does not make sense.
Clinton Dix, the number 3 safety.
Also makes 0 sense.
I
What has he
didn't get
done?
that one.
What has him or Martinez done?
He has like a 91 rating from them. Blake is all over that. He's like anywhere there's a ball on defense, Blake is in the area.
Anywhere there's a penalty, he's also there.
Nah, I wouldn't say that.
No, you're right.
I
That
wouldn't
was just
say
last
that.
game. That was literally just against the Bills.
And then Jair Alexander, a rookie cornerback, number 15 in the cornerback
What
rankings.
is your bold prediction, Brandon?
Oh, I'm reading my numbers off first. That was the last one. Aaron Jones, piggybacking off his number 3 rating and how I said he's going to gash the Lions here. My bold prediction, by the end of the year, he will be in the top 10 rushing category. He is not even sniffing the 30 at the moment. He is not in near the top 30. But I'm saying by the end of the year, he's going to be in the top 10 in the rushing.
I like it.
And like rushing yards.
I like it.
That's my bold prediction.
I could see it. He has such a spearhead technique.
Yeah, he's like anytime he touches the ball, it's like 6 yards.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
What's your
I
bold prediction,
love it.
Calvin?
My bold prediction. Bold prediction. It's gonna be a good one.
Bold prediction. He says bold prediction 6 more times.
Prediction.
Yeah. You got something for the Bears over here or something?
No, something was coming to my head with the Bears, but it's like they're heading into a bye.
Oh, that is true. That is true.
We're gonna forget that they're even a football team next week. Like,
Yeah, kind of,
Well,
maybe.
do you have a bold prediction at all? Maybe we can swing back to Calvin?
oh, I have a bold prediction. Right
Ooh, let's hear it. Let's hear yours. Calvin, you can maybe think a little
The
bit.
Atlanta Falcons
Oh, okay.
are gonna win out.
I mean, honestly, I could see it. They're pretty good.
Fuck!
Their-
I wasn't bold enough.
Their defense needs to like get their shit
Nope.
together. That's the most unbelievable part. But like their defense should be. They're like the Vikings, where their defense should be good.
Nope. Matt
Uh,
Ryan's gonna average 550 yards a game. Julio 230.
Will he get a touchdown this
Julio
year?
will not score a touchdown this year.
Calvin Ridley
We'll
with
set the record.
17.
We'll set the record for touchdowns. Calvin.
I honestly, there's nothing that I could say that not only wouldn't that would feel bold, but I feel like would be forced and just like what?
All right, folks. We'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week.